After appearing in over 60 films and 260 television shows, our next guest needs no introduction. From A Different World, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Girlfriends to What's Love Got to Do with It? My gosh, poetic justice, just amazing. And Think Like a Man, you definitely know her face.
She's been dubbed the Black Mother of Hollywood. Here to discuss her two latest films, Baggage Claim and The Magic City, is our favorite mama, Jenifer Lewis.
Welcome.
Hi, guys.
You're here.
Yes, blessing us with your presence.
Yes.
Thank you, baby.
So good to see you.
Now, we have to get right to it because we got a lot of ground to cover with you. And one of your newest movies that's out, Baggage Claim, you again play that memorable mother role. So take us a little bit through the film and your character, and how is this character different from all the other mothers you've played?
Okay, I play Catherine in Baggage Claim, and she's the mother that's very insecure, old school, thinks that, you know, her daughters have to be married in order to be secure and safe in life, which of course is not the case. And she, you know, comes into her own and says, I'm sorry, okay, you know, I want you to love yourselves so you can find love, and love not be a stranger when it shows us. Absolutely.
So it's an all-star cast: Paula Patton, Taye Diggs, Derek Luke, Boris Kojo,
Everybody.
Jaimin Hansu, Jill Scott. My goodness.
Tasty, and honey, you just got to show up to see Boris Kojo's body, if nothing else. Oh, he's gorgeous.
What did that look like up close?
Well, I didn't see it. The scene wasn't with me. Nobody made love to me.
Oh.
Well, you know how it is.
What was the energy like on set?
Oh my God, David E. Talbert created such a wonderful environment for us where you wanted to give your all. I mean, he whispers in your ear with that sexy, deep voice.
Yes.
And he's an artist director. You know, I've worked with a lot of technical directors. David E. Talbert he's on his way, baby, because people love him.
Well,
and he was captain of the ship.
I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that. Now, how is it that even when you're not the lead in a movie, you manage to steal a scene? What's the secret? Because
you just took over our
all right.
Listen,
it's your show.
I'm going to be honest with you. I sang my first solo in church when I was 5 years old. And when I saw the reaction of the congregation, I stood there with my thumb in my mouth and I said, oh, this is life. And I've tried to honor my gifts throughout my career. And it's been so good to me because I love it. I love what I do, and I tell kids who want to go into this business, if you don't love it with your entire molecular structure, leave it alone. The rejection is just too many things. And you really have to know who you are in this business because, honey, if you don't know who you are in the back of that limousine, hey, trouble's coming.
Well, what is the key to dealing with all the rejection?
This is how I deal with it now, but I had to mature into this. My mantra for my life is healthily, happily, easily, lovingly, and quickly. I want it now. See, we weren't taught to ask for it now. I want it now. Because when you have more years behind you than you do in front of you, you know what's meaningful. You learn what life really is. So I've had a passion for show business, and I've been very fortunate to be successful in my career.
So how did you become the go-to mother in Hollywood?
Well, you know, they called me to play Tina Turner's mother. That was my first mother. Thank you.
Yes.
It was my first mother. And, you know, I had just fallen in love when I did that film, and I had no fear in me. And to this day, it has been one of my best performances.
Absolutely.
And from there, everybody wanted me to be their mother.
That's why everybody
Listen, people say, Jenifer, why do you play the mother? I said, honey, for that kind of money, I'll play the daddy. Okay?
Right.
Let's get real. And also, you know, I made a career out of it. And it served me very well.
Well, you mentioned Tina Turner, also Tupac, Whitney Houston, Morris Chestnut, Terrence J, Taraji P. Henson. The list goes on and on and on. But did you have a favorite mother character that you played?
Who's your favorite baby?
Wow. Oh, I can't say that Taraji and I had a chemistry that was off the chart.
I can see that.
And not easily broken. Tupac was wonderful. It was right after the Rodney King riots that Tupac and I worked together. So we sat and talked about everything that was going on. And then, of course, on camera, the chemistry was great. Wow, so many kids. Gabrielle Union, Megan Good. On the set of Think Like a Man 2, I had played everybody's mother or mother-in-law, except Lala Anthony, and she was just great also.
You're kidding.
But yeah.
Do they actually come to you with asking questions for real advice
Absolutely.
in real life? Do they treat you like a mother figure off camera?
Look, I'm honored. Somebody said, Jenifer, you're the Ruby D of this generation. And of course, I bow down to her and looked up to her most of my career. Ask me that question again. What did you say?
Well, do they come to you with asking for motherly advice?
I spend most of my time on set encouraging the kids to take care of themselves. I tell them about getting lost in this business and all that fame and fortune and the paparazzi and all that. What's important is that you know who you are in this business. You have to. And especially in Hollywood, because the camera is right in front of your face, baby, and you can't lie in front of that camera. You know, I was trained in the classics and theater. I've done 4 Broadway shows, and you know, plays all over the world. But nothing is like that camera in your face. You've got to be honest. So I stress to them to know who you are. Do the work. Go inside. Get all that pain and confusion. Work with it. Journal. Oh no, I give it to them on set. Yeah, that's part of it.
That tough love. That's that called?
Tough love. I cuss them out too.
Yeah,
come on, everybody knows. I'm gonna cuss them out like I do Tupac. What they say? Not you, Jenifer.
Oh God. Well, you know, whether it's Broadway, TV, or movies, it seems like you just never stop working. So, what's your secret or your tip to longevity in this business for almost 4 decades?
I have sustained, I believe, because I've honored it. I was gifted at birth. There's no sense in me saying it any other way. I've been singing and wanting to be a movie star since Betty Davis and Tallulah Bankhead and Dorothy Dandridge, Hattie McDaniel, and the women I've looked up to, you know, they're Mahalia Jackson. And, you know, I had great teachers, Judy Garland, Shirley Bassey. I think I just said that right, but Shirley Bassey was huge. I mean, those big voices. Aretha. No. Patty. Gladys Knight. These were my teachers. You know, Kathleen Battle and Jesse Norman. I love them all.
How did you learn to enunciate in this way? The way you pronounce a word, it's like cashmere.
I trained in the classics. I have my BA in theater arts. I graduated from Webster University. I tell kids, you know, take the steps. I mean, one of my favorite quotes is, the elevator to success is broken. Take the stairs. There are no shortcuts to greatness. There just isn't. And my definition for greatness is knowing yourself. You know.
Well, how did you get where you are today? Because you grew up a poor girl in Missouri, you know, the youngest of 7. I mean, you talk before I heard you talk about going to the restroom in an outhouse by your school.
Absolutely. Wow. When I talk about my childhood, I find it incredible because it was another lifetime. I knew there was something bigger. I knew there was something better. And I wanted it. I wanted to be happy. I don't know if you guys know, I'm bipolar. I went on Oprah and told 6 million people I was crazy. I wasn't doing nothing but lying. I'm tripolar.
Tripolar.
I'm tripolar. No, that was one of my greatest moments.
What made you decide to be that transparent?
Well, I did a show, a one-woman show, because I do stage one-woman shows. I did a show called Bipolar, Bath, and Beyond. And it was just a joke. But a journalist from, was it Essence? No, Jet Magazine, one of our wonderful black magazines, was there, and her brother was bipolar, and she came backstage. She said, Miss Lewis, would you mind doing an interview about mental illness? I said, well, I'm not a doctor, but I'll tell you my story. I didn't think anything of it. It wasn't like I was coming out. It was just, I go with the flow. My life's like a river, baby. I put it on the table. No shame in my game.
When were you diagnosed as bipolar?
Oh, wow. I think it was 94, I think. After everybody had died from AIDS, I'll give you a little history. There was a war declared with my generation. It was a silent war. AIDS took out a lot of my friends, makeup artists, hairstylists, wardrobe designers, backup singers, pianists, my voice teacher, my best friend. So we were humbled very quickly. And wow, I went into therapy because our grief was, we didn't know what the hell it was. Right. So I went and took yes, I was depressed, and I went and took care of myself. I am now a spokesperson for treatment for bipolar disorder, and in the community, I wanted to share my life. Because there's so much taboo about mental illness in the community. And look, you deal with it. You've got an aunt that's always in the basement. You got an uncle that jumps on the table at the family reunion. Take those people by the hand and go get them some help. It's not funny. I mean, I was cute, so people really didn't know what the hell was wrong. They just say, oh, Jenifer's crazy. Well, I was crazy. But you have to pay attention. And if you want a happy life, you have to do the work. You have to do the work and know who you are.
But speaking of knowing who you are, you helped another young lady discover who she was, a very monumental moment in your life when you adopted your mentee from the Big Brothers Big Sisters program.
Yeah.
How life-changing is that?
Well, her mother got MS, and that's the disease that pretty much kills you, but you don't die. So I was her big sister in the Big Sister Big Brother program for 5 years. And when she was 12, her mother got sick, so I adopted her. And wow, what a challenge. And it certainly was the greatest moment in my life.
So what's motherhood like in real life versus motherhood like on the screen?
Well, I have to tell you, certainly in real life, it's more difficult. You really have to stay focused because our kids right now, this generation, their heads were in the computer, and that social life suffered. So we really have to give them as much love as we can, instead of the constant criticism and thinking that we can control their lives. You can't.
You can't.
Well, you have to let them go.
Let's talk about Magic City before you leave.
Magic City.
Okay.
Magic City is a family movie.
Okay.
Because it's dealing with the challenges in the community that our kids are suffering from, their pain. The community doesn't deal with kids cutting on themselves.
It's not the black
and it's
community.
a very important issue. It addresses inspiring communication between kids and parents. The nickname for Miami is the Magic City. It's a very poverty-stricken area, but it is an up film because there is resolve. I play the mother in the neighborhood, the mama who's checking on the kids all the time. And because that Miss Williams, who used to sit on the porch when we were kids, they're in the house now. Nobody's sitting on the porch watching out for the kids in the community. And I play that character. What's her name? Aunt Valerie.
Okay.
I'm always somebody's aunt, somebody's mother. But Magic City is a very up movie. It's a very important movie. R. Malcolm Jones has really come out of the box with a meaningful screenplay. It's just not this frivolity and, happy Hollywood, happily ever after. We're dealing with real issues in this movie. The vets coming home and the post-traumatic stress. So The Magic City is a very, very important film, and I believe it's tomorrow night.
Yep.
They're screening The Magic City at the Urban World Film Festival, so please pay a lot of attention to this movie, The Magic City.
Okay, we'll look forward to that tomorrow at the Urban World Film Festival, and then Baggage Claim comes out next Friday,
That's
the
right.
27th. So we'll be
That's right.
seeing you all over the big screen.
Well, life's good. Come on.
That's a blessing.
Forget your troubles. Come on, get happy.
On that
Hey,
note,
you got it.
we'll say,
all right.
thank you for watching. All right, we're going to keep it laughing up here.
Yeah.
You're watching Arise Entertainment 360.